Flashing lights. Imagine this scene. It happens on one evening. I'm around 7 years old. I'm feeling happy at the airport. And I'm with my elder sister, younger brother, parents and my uncle. My younger brother looks so happy. He's not even 18 months old. He's wearing that sweet smile. He's walking around. An unknown guy gave him a rupee bill. He thought too this kid was cute. The kid's smile and walk was simply so charming, and those curls would just add more cuteness. This kid is walking at the airport holding that rupee bill in his hand, while my eyes are fixed at him, but then he returns back to us without that bill in his hand. Perhaps he had lost it. Perhaps he gave it to someone else. But it's immaterial. This day is the happiest day. It's my first time at the airport with family. But then a sudden shift in the scene. The next moment, my uncle is walking away with this cute kid, my little brother. I'm standing and thinking, what's happening at this moment? Why is my brother leaving? Where are they going? They walked away from us. I don't see my brother and uncle anymore. They have disappeared all of a sudden. After a while, there's pure silence. After some time, I see an airplane on the runway. From the big airport windows, it's speeding up and is about to take off. The plane's lights are flashing, and it's roaring just like when it thunders. My eyes are fixed at this plane, the flashing lights and that crazy loud noise. I'm fascinated, but also confused. I can see how my sister is feeling. I can see how my parents are reacting. I am blinded by that moment. Speechless in shock. I feel like running after that airplane to get my brother. But after a few seconds, the plane disappears in the sky with my brother. All I see are the flashing lights. All I hear is the roaring sky. Everything changes after that moment. I'm in deep shock. But then I don't remember anything. I simply can't recall. But my family told me after several years. I was sad. I was crying a lot. I was angry. I was in shock. I was asking questions to my parents. I had lost my brother, but no one would tell me the real reason, as if my parents had promised not to. All I heard for years were different stories. For many years, I didn't know the real reason. In fact, for decades, I wasn't aware. But when the real story was told, I couldn't believe it. But then I could figure out more. I started putting the pieces together. I started going back in time by replaying those scenes in my head. Whatever I remembered, why things were happening when they happened. Just imagine to be that big brother who loses the younger one and doesn't know anything more for several years. Why he was taken away. Just the stories, lies, till this day. And I'm much older now. I still hear the stories. But I know the truth. I'm not even sharing how the rest of the family felt. For several years, how they still feel about it. Can you feel my story? Could your parents do the same? To make a sacrifice this big? To bring their own family to a state of shock? To traumatize their own lives till their last breath? I hope not. I am a father. I can't even imagine in my wildest imaginations to give away one of my kids for the sake of helping another family member. I don't have that kind of courage. I can't do that kind of sacrifice. I will never. It'll break me into pieces that very instant. Imagine how that kid would feel that time. Do you have the courage and compassion to give away your own child? I hope not. I felt my parents' pain and suffering so strongly after I became a parent myself. They never forgot that saying, and how could they? They gave away their own kid to help plant the seed of happiness in return of sorrow and trauma. When I was about to leave my motherland, the first thing I heard from my mother was, "Now he has taken away another son as well." It is not true though. It was my own decision. No one forced me. But it showed me so clearly a trauma and pain. It was not hate. It wasn't anger. It brought her back to the moment when she had to give away her son several years back. She felt so intensely that it's happening to her once again. She couldn't speak for over a year from the time I left my motherland, not more than yes or no or simple nod. She was numb. She was reliving her shock. I used to tell her whenever I talked to her, whenever I visited her, it was my own decision. No one had taken me away from her. No one could. But her reactions were okay or simple nod. That's it. She was apparently at another place in her mind and heart. Daddy used to be quiet. He won't say such things to me. He was protecting me and his own wife. I saw the sadness in his eyes. It was painful to see those eyes. They said more than his real words. I can still see in my head that runaway on that evening where the plane is about to take off while I'm running desperately after it. But the plane simply took off. I couldn't stop it. It's dissecting the chest of the sky. Those intense beats, those flashing lights. It still feels like someone is about to cut open my chest, the roaring sky, with a sharp knife, the plane, the fire, the flashing lights. Is it my trauma, my pain? But don't misunderstand me. I'm not sharing to get any sympathy. Don't feel sorry. I'm not here to hate anyone. I don't wish to put the blame either. No, I don't claim anything. I don't believe in claims. What did I bring with me in this universe that I need to claim? It's the other way around. It's the universe who brought me here. Universe is full of love. Universe is love. Love is universe. But I need this. I need to share the story, to let it go from every single particle of my body. This is my scream. This is my cry to release the pain, to bring an end to those stories, to those lies, so I can breathe freely, so I can find peace, so I can restructure my pieces, so I can free the souls from sorrow and trauma when they lived in the form of human bodies. That's all.